गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामनि गौरात्विषे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितां येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदिगौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna at VIHE temple room for morning value class. You're all welcome. Right now for me to be here at your service, I am grateful to Balaji Mataji and Ratan Peri Swami that they brought me from my room to here. And topic for today is gratitude. So what I said just is the meaning of gratitude. If somebody does good for you unconditionally, then at the heart, if you feel thankful or grateful and express that in writing and also practically demonstrate that you are appreciating the favor they have done to you is called gratitude. Appreciating somebody's favor to us, we demonstrate it by speaking in words, writing in in writing and also in action. That's called gratitude. There are two negative statements in the scripture. One is in Garuda Puran, which says, first, before I go for that, let me tell, gratitude in Sanskrit is called kritagya. Gratitude means kritagya. Kritagyata, gratefulness or gratitude. So, Garuda Puran says, Kritaghanam mahapatak dushitam. Kritaghanam mahapatak dushitam. Lack of gratitude, which means Kritaghanam, is said to be the worst sin of all. Worst sin of all, for which there is no expiation, means praschit. You cannot undo that. And Lord Ramachandra in Kishkanda Kand says, Kritaghane nasti nishkritaha nishkritihi. Kritaghana nasti nishkritihi. The one who is ungrateful. One who is ungrateful, then there is no way you can rectify that. So these two statements from the scripture, one from Ramayana and from Garuda Puran, are warning us that to be not grateful or express our gratitude to something favor or good done to us verbally, in writing and in action, then it is greatest sin and cannot be rectified. Now in our study we have Bhagavad Gita, and you can see the gratitude or gratefulness of Arjuna. At the end of the Gita, Krishna says, or Arjuna says, Nashto mo smriti labdvatva prasad achitta. It is by your mercy that my illusion is now dispelled, is finished. Karishya tav vachanam, now I will do as you ask me to. This is gratitude shown by Arjuna at the end of Bhagavad Gita. That I am grateful to you, Krishna, that you mercifully has cleared my all doubts and my illusion is completely destroyed. Nashto moh smriti labdvata prasad achitta karishya vachanam tava. Now I will do whatever you like. So not only Arjuna expressing his gratitude to Krishna in words, but he is ready to act as Krishna desires. That is the gratitude in action. Expression by words, you feel sometimes really very happy, peaceful. When somebody writes you few words of thankfulness or gratitude. If you do some favor and somebody writes you something, you feel completely satisfied that I have done something good. Dhruva Maharaj, when the Vaikuntha aeroplane came at Badrika Ashram, and when Dhruva Maharaj was boarding on the aeroplane for Vaikuntha and it started, he said, wait, please, I want to take my mother with you because she has actually shown me the path for getting the mercy of the Lord. I cannot go alone. This is the greatest gratitude shown by Dhruva Maharaj for his mother who was instructing a spiritual master for Dhruv Maharaj. And in the purport of this verse, Srila Prabhupada writes, I am too old now. Maybe at the end of my life I may not remember Krishna, but if some my dear disciple like Dhruv Maharaj, when he is going to the Golok, may remember me, and in this way I may be relieved, I may be delivered. This was the humbleness and gratitude expressed by Srila Prabhupada in the purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam. And when Srila Prabhupada landed in America, before that even, when Srila Prabhupada compiled his Srimad Bhagavatam first volume here in Sri Vrindavan Dham, then most of the saintly people and friends around Prabhupada, they said, Swamiji, we have heard that at this advanced age you are going to West. No, I am not going. Swamiji, we heard that all the documents are already complete and you are soon leaving. He said, no, I am not going. Then he said, Bhagavatam is going. I am going to, as a servant to the Bhagavatam. So who is going to the West? Bhagavatam is going to the West. It means Krishna is going to the West. I am just going as a servant of Bhagavatam to the West. This is the highest gratitude shown by Srila Prabhupada to the literary incarnation of Sri Krishna as Bhagavatam. And this first bhajan or poem which Srila Prabhupada wrote when he landed on a foreign land at Boston Harbor. He said, Krishna, you have brought me here. Markini Bhagavat Dharma, the name of that bhajan. Krishna, you have brought me here. You have some business. Let me become your instrument. And you make me dance as you like. Somehow people are calling me Bhakti Vedant. I hope you will make this true. Something like that. Prabhupada was so grateful to Sri Krishna, and he was expressing them from the beginning of his journey from Vrindavan to the arrival in Boston Harbor. All the way Prabhupada was instrument in the hands of Krishna, because Krishna is doing all favor by arranging everything, which was not possible at that time for a saintly person having nothing. So I'm just giving these examples. And traditionally in a Vedic system, every householder has 5 ways of showing gratitude every day. 5 ways of showing gratitude every day in their life. Gratitude to the forefathers, called Pitra Yajna, because they have given us this body, they have given us education, they have given us facilities to survive, live. So we should be thankful and grateful to the forefathers. To the rishis who have given us scripture to guide us on the path back to home and live peacefully here. To the uninvited guest, Athati, because whatever actually, anyway, let me count these 5 together first. And to the God, and to the other living entities, Bhut Yajna, Deva Yajna, Pitra Yajna, Rishi Yajna, Athati Yajna. These are the 5 action of gratitude. They are not, these are action of gratitude, which every living entity actually has to perform every day, to be thankful for everybody who is, because if we are dressing our body with the cloth, somebody has done agriculture in the field to grow cotton, somebody has made a thread from this, somebody has woven that thread, then that. So how many people has worked to give us a one piece of cloth, a one bread we are eating? How many people has contributed for that bread to come to our mouth? Somebody has sown the seeds, somebody has harvested, somebody packed, and then somebody grinded. So for our living, so many individuals are actually facilitating all these things, and for that we should develop a culture of gratitude, which is actually from the bottom of a heart. So this one word, which is just like Kritagya in Bhagavad Gita, Purushottam Yoga, last verse. What is the last verse of the 15th chapter? Krita Kritascha Bharata. Shastram idam maya anaga. There's 2 good verses to show our gratitude to Krishna. What is the last verse of the 15th chapter? Idam shastram maya anaga. O sinless Arjun. Evam. Then this is the 3rd line.
Yeah.
The first line. Iti guhyatmam shastram maya uktam maya ananga. Evam gyatva.
बुद्धिमान स्यात् कृतकृतश्च। इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदम् उक्तं मया नघ एतत् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृतश्च भारत।
So this verse is, Krishna is saying, because I have given you the most confidential knowledge, and if you understand this, then you will be actually grateful to me. You become wise. This endeavor will make you wise. What is the Srila Prabhupada's translation? You will become wise. This endeavor means when you express your thankfulness or gratitude. So Krishna is giving us most confidential knowledge in the form of Bhagavad Gita, particularly this was a Purushottam Yoga, in which Krishna is telling that I am different than liberated and conditioned soul. I am higher than super soul within everybody's heart. Therefore in the Veda I am called Purushottam, and anybody who understands this part of confidential knowledge, then he should be thankful to me. And Srila Prabhupada said, how can we show actually thankfulness to Krishna? By practicing devotional service. Because Krishna has mercifully given us, so we should reciprocate to show our gratitude by practicing devotional service. And that process of practicing devotional service will make us sinless. That will make us sinless. When we start practicing devotional service, the first characteristic of pure devotional service is Kritagya. That's called Klesha Gani. Klesha Gani means all the sinful desires, and the resultant suffering will disappear almost. So that is the result of practicing devotional service that one becomes sinless. And when one becomes sinless, then his devotional service becomes pure. And Srimad Bhagavatam, in a churning of milk ocean, the Manvantar avatar Ajit has advised that you should do the churning of the milk ocean with the Bali Maharaj and his associate Daitya, and the nectar I will arrange for you, demigod, to relish. Then Lord appeared on the Garuda to help them to bring the Mandarachal hill as churning rod. Then Lord took another incarnation of Kachap avatar, or a Kamat tortoise, this incarnation to have a base foundation for the churning rod. Then Lord appeared as Dhanvantri to bring the nectar. Then he appeared as Mohini Murti to distribute the nectar. So many incarnations in this pastime, they made demigods or deva to get the nectar for longer duration of life, that is called immortality. But because the other party of the Bali Maharaj, the Danava, they are Daitya, the son of Diti, they felt they were cheated. So there was a Deva Asura Sangram. There was a great war between the demigods and the demons. And demigods, even after drinking nectar, were defeated. Why? Because they were not thankful or grateful to the Supreme Lord who has arranged and facilitated the whole nectar churning from planning to the perfection. And then they felt that still after drinking nectar we are not winning the war. So that they thought that we are sorry, we are actually not grateful to the Lord who has helped us. So immediately they felt they prayed and they showed their gratitude to this Lord, that please Lord, nectar will only work when you are pleased, please kindly help. But then the Lord appeared and the nectar worked and then they become successful. So there was a grown-up son of a mother. He was in a hostel somewhere getting education. He came to the home. So mother said, dear son, can you cut the lawn today? Because it's grown up, because you were not here. I'm not so young to do this. So he did that. Then he said, all right, can you iron some cloth? He did that. Then she sent him to do some shopping. He did that. But by the time of lunch, he put a big list that for cutting lawn, 50 rupees, for ironing cloths, 100 rupees, for doing this job, by the total, mother, 400 rupees worth of work I have done. So he put the chit there. Mother read this and she smiled. By the dinner time, she wrote a letter. My dear son, with a great pain I gave you birth. With great care I raised you. I made your bed every day. I made you take bath every day. I always wash your cloth. I fed you. Do you know why I was doing this? Because I love you. So Then son realized, I am fool. What I have done is nothing. What she has done is marvelous, and I am not really thankful to that. So this simple example is to show us how much Krishna loves us. He has made the most costly commodity, air, which we breathe every moment, and we cannot live for 5 minutes without breathing. And there's no any expense on this free breathing air supplied by Krishna. Are we grateful? It's during Corona time, and I think in Spain or Italy, some 90-year-old person was in hospital for over a month, and he survived, and he was on oxygen. So the bill was almost 9 lakhs, 900,000. So he was crying. So hospital management and doctor says, why you are crying, sir? You don't have money to pay. He said, no, I'm filthy rich, I have a lot of money. I'm going to die, what I will do with that? I can pay 9 lakh, 19 lakh. Then why you are crying? See, I'm crying for 90 and I am freely breathing, and I have not paid a penny, and for 1 month I am paying 9 lakh rupees. So actually how grateful I should be to the God who has provided this facility to us. Are we really grateful to Krishna that He is giving us free air to breathe every moment? We cannot live without that. There's a 3/4 salty ocean water around the earth. Nobody can drink that water, and nobody can do the cultivation with that water. Once Srila Prabhupada was asked by some news reporter, there's going to be shortage of water on the planet. Prabhupada said, no. There's a 3/4 water on the planet preserved by putting salt by Supreme Lord. There will be no scarcity of water. But if you don't become grateful to the God who has preserved water for you, then that salty water, by His merciful process, His one agent Son, He evaporates this salty water during the summer, make it sweet in the cloud, and by rainy season, He poured that salty water as sweet water on this earth, and then the rivers, they give the sweet water, and then water goes to the water table down, and you pump water out. So this whole process, there's no pipe, there's no machine to take the water up. You have to lift the water from ground floor to second floor. You need a base, you need a tank, you need a pump, you need a pipe. But is there any pipe from the ocean to the cloud? Is there any foundation for the cloud up? And also sweet water, so natural water. And then this whole process is free. Are we thankful to that? Have you shown gratitude to the God for that? Nobody can live 3 days without water, 3 minutes without breathing air, 3 days without water. And then after all, we have to eat food, grain. Mother Earth, who is the wife of Lord Vishnu, Prithvidya Dhrita Loka Vishnu Patni, she is the consort of Lord Vishnu, Bhudevi. She's a residence for all of us. Then you show a one seed, in 3 months it comes as thousands. There's no such return in any commercial enterprise. One thing comes in 3 months, say 1,000 times. Right? How much return you get? And that grain we eat, is there any machine in which you put the grass and you get milk? Cow is that machine, and you give grass and you will get milk. And this is all Gopal's mercy, because he was protecting cows. Krishna was the cow protection Acharya, Prabhupada said, and Balaram is our agriculture Acharya. And they both are actually providing us everything. The milk and all the food products, these both are the Acharya for that. One is Gopal and others having a plow showing agriculture, and the whole world is sustaining on this. Anad bhavati bhutani parjanyad anusambhava. And then it says, if you don't perform your yajna, then this cycle will not work. And then if everything is abundance, you will not get anything. And that happened when Prithu Maharaj was ruling. The Mother Earth was not producing any grain for anybody. Why? Because there were sinful people ruling like when. But then Prithu Maharaj is the first incarnation of Lord who provided the necessities for all his citizens to sustain their life, from the Indra to the lion. All the living entities, he arranged for them to sustain their life by. And so we are sleeping at night carefree, but our heart has to pump without rest over 70 times a minute. Who is making that heart to function? Krishna says, I am sitting in your heart. Sarvasaham Hirdesani Vishnu. I am making that heart. The baby at the age of, not baby, in the womb, by the second month, first heart start pumping, the life symptoms start, till the heart stop, one lives. So who is in the heart that is actually making heart to beat? Krishna says, I am sitting there. Then he says, you can purchase the fast food from the restaurant. You can put in your mouth, but who will digest? Are you? No. Chaturvidha bhajanti mam. What is that? Aham Vaishwanro bhutva praninam deham ashrita pranapan samayukta pachami anam chaturvidam. You put here, after going below the throat, you have no control. Then it's going to the stomach. Who is actually churning that? Who is taking all the ingredients essential for nutrition, separate them and put them in the blood vessels to reach them to the all tissues of the body, from brain to the heart, to give nourishment? Who put the waste product, one in a water in a water bag, the solid matter in the other bag? The whole cleaning process is done. Krishna says, I am doing that. Are we thankful to Krishna for doing this? And Krishna is doing all this for us. Why? Because he loves us. Because he loves us. Because we are his children. Aham bija pradapita. I am the seed giving father. So he loves us. And simply we have to reciprocate by loving him, by showing our gratitude. And love is shown by service. And when love is shown by service, that is called devotional service. So actually, to show gratitude to Krishna, the all humanity has to practice devotional service. Once somebody visited Vaikuntha, And he asked Lord Narayan, I want to have a tour of a Vaikuntha. He said, come on. So he sent somebody to take him to one place where there was thousands of people busy doing some work. He said, what's going on? He said, so many people on the earth are praying for some benefit or some benediction or something they want. So they are registering who has asked for what. Then he went to the big another hall full of thousands of people, very busy. He said, what they are doing? He said, they are dispensing the demands of the people, so they are dispatching what they have asked for. Then he went to the third hall, which was already almost empty. Hardly one person was sitting, and he was also eating peanuts. What is this? He said, this is department to receive the thanks letter from the people. So nobody is saying thanks after getting everything from. Nobody is getting thanks. So this department in Vaikuntha is completely vacant and no business is there. It means how ungrateful are the people on the planet. They are getting everything from the Lord and they are not able to simply say thank you to Lord. Therefore Vedic literature tells us, Trikala Sandhya. 3 times we have to pray and show our thankfulness to the God every day. This is a Vedic system. Early in the morning, at the noon and in the evening. Trikala Sandhya. This is our Guru Puja. We say Trikala. What is that? What is the verse says Trikala? Huh? Three Sandhya. And it is says if you don't perform Trikala Sandhya, then there is a Prativaya. Prativaya means there will be the opposite effect on you. You are sinful. Any Dveja, any twice born, if he is not performing Trikala Sandhya, then he will be out from Varna Ashram. It means he is fallen. Those who are not rendering devotional service to the Lord, they are fallen. They are ungrateful. And this is Rupa Goswami writes, the author of the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami, very humbly submit that he is just trying to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Although he humbly thinks himself unfit for this work, that should be the attitude of all preachers of Krishna conscious movement. This is gratitude. We are able to preach because previous Acharya have made for us the all scripture. Then the present teachers are teaching us how to practice those scriptures. Without their mercy or feeling humble and actually grateful to these people, if we think I am doing this, Rupa Goswami says, then this should be the attitude of all preachers. This attitude is gratitude. Attitude is a gratitude basically. The only G is missing from attitude. It should be gratitude. The good attitude is a good gratitude for everything which is provided by unconditionally. Krishna has given all these things to us. Maya Mugdha Jivera Nahi Swata Krishna Jnana Krishna Kripa Kila Diya Veda Purana. Because we all are completely illusioned by the material energy, so we are not able to feel thankful at the heart, from the bottom of our heart, to all the blessings. So at this stage, I'm just telling you one thing: always count the blessing in your life. If you think I am not having this, you will never be satisfied and content. If you count the blessing, you will always be blissful. A lady like me was having a severe knee pain, could not able to walk. So either she has to cry and tell that, she said, no, I have a very good friend, my good boyfriend, I live with him, that is my capsule I take every day. With that I am feeling I have painless life. So this one capsule, she was thankful that he is relieving me from pain, and I am thankful to God. Simply, it's a language you have to use. God has given so much. What is the problem? There are two ways to look in our life. Mostly the people think, I have not this, I have not this, I have not this. And there are other people who say, I have this much, I have this much. People don't have this. One people who are not having shoes. So he wanted to go to the temple and pray to the God that the very summer heart is coming. Please, God give me some pair of shoes. When he reached there, he saw a person without legs sitting there and begging. He said, God, I don't need shoes, better I have legs. So why, sir? It means I am well off than many people on the planet. So if we count the blessing in our life, like we are in Vrindavan Dham, which is maybe 0.000000000 for the whole life you can't. Just count 0,000, and then you put 1. That many people have a chance to come to Vrindavan. 0.000000000, whole life you count. This is so fortunate that we are in this place of Vrindavan. This is home. This is Krishna's home. Once Prayagraj, he invited all the holy places because he is the king of all holy places. Prayagraj. Vrindavan did not go. So he complained to Krishna, what is this? You make me the king of all. I am the king of all holy places. And Vrindavan did not come. Krishna smiled. It's not a Tirath, it's my home. How can my home come to on your demand? So the home of Krishna is actually like this whole is a Vrindavan Dham. Radharani is the owner of this. She is the Vrindavan Ishwari, Brjeshwari. She is Umrao. She is the queen of this planet. And she is the mother. Radha hai Jagatera Mata. And we have the opportunity. So how fortunate we are that for some period of life we are in Vrindavan. So how much we should be grateful to Radha and Krishna. But they say, if you say only we are grateful to you, we don't recognize that. You have to be grateful to all our representative devotees who are arranging for you to stay and learn the most confidential knowledge, that is the devotional service, Uttama Bhakti, the unalloyed devotional service, and practice that. So how much grateful we should be every moment that we are the rarest people who are in Vrindavan Dham physically are connected with Vrindavan Dham as a consciousness. Srila Rupa Goswami says, to live in Vrindavan doesn't mean physically you live, it is consciousness. And Srila Prabhupada in New York said, do you think I am in America? No. I am in Vrindavan because Vrindavan is a consciousness. And Vrindavan consciousness is how to please Radha Krishna and how to serve Radha Krishna. That is Vrindavan consciousness. If you have this type of consciousness, then you are always in Vrindavan wherever you are. So we are thankful, we are grateful to Srila Prabhupada that he has established this Krishna conscious movement and showed the whole world the topmost place, even greater than Vaikuntha, this Mathura Mandal. And greater than Mathura is Vrindavan. And higher than that is Govardhan. And topmost Radhakund. And we have an opportunity to go any moment from here. So how fortunate we are The facility which is not available in Vaikuntha is available to us here. But then we should think how we repay to our founder Acharya and previous Acharyas by sincerely studying their teachings. That is Rishi Yajna. By sincerely studying, understanding, practicing the teaching of Goswamis, who are the most dear servitors of Sri Radha and Krishna. If we really want to be grateful, show our gratitude and thankfulness to Krishna for providing us opportunity to live in this dham for some period, the best way to repay is that we imbibe and saturate our life with nectarian message left by the previous Acharya for perfection of our life. That is gratitude we have to show. And actually, before any speaking anybody, but when we are doing this Vandana, this is called Vandana Bhakti. This offering prayers is a great gratitude and a humbleness to get connected with the previous Acharya and become an instrument or a pipe that whatever they pour there from up, you deliver to the people. And the greatest gratitude, Srila Prabhupada used to say that we Acharyas are like a postman, and we have simply to deliver the message of the Krishna and his representative in a non-adulterate original shape. That is what our seva is, and that is the greatest gratitude we can render towards our previous acharyas. That is important. So, and gopis, when Krishna disappeared from Rasa dance and Rasa Leela, Hare Krishna, yeah. So then, but actually Krishna did not go anywhere. He was simply hiding among the gopis and just putting some veil around him, but somehow he appeared before then. Then they immediately had all their chunaris, the upper cloth. With that, they have actually all their tears. They have tears here or something that they spread there on the sand of the Yamuna, and that was the greatest asana they gave to the Krishna, and Krishna was sitting on that, and some are holding his hands and some are holding his feet that he should not go away, and then they asked him a couple questions. He said, Krishna, you tell us, in this world there are people, if you serve and love them, they will reciprocate by serving and loving you. Who are they? Then he said the other question, there are people you may not serve and love, but they will unconditionally serve you. Who are they? Then they said, okay, Krishna, there are people, they love you, but you don't recognize, don't respond, don't reciprocate. Who are they? So Krishna said, first group, you love and serve, they will love. He said, they are friends, relatives, you go to them, they will come to you, you love them, they will love you. He said, that is right. And what about those? You may not serve or love them, but they are unconditionally always loving you. See, they are parents. Children may be disobedient, but they are always affectionate. It's okay. So what about those? You love them, but they don't know. Krishna says either they are mad, because they don't know, they are insane, or they are in samadhi, in trance, they don't know anything about the world, about this world. And then Krishna said, and the third group is ungrateful people. Then gopis were laughing. They said, he's not insane, and he's not in samadhi, he's ungrateful. He said, Krishna, you are ungrateful. And then Krishna immediately got his dupatta, he put folded hands. Kirtaghan, they said, you are Kirtaghan. Kirtaghan, this is two verses we read from the scripture. It's the most sinful, and there is no rectification or praschit for ungratefulness. Krishna says, na pare hum, na pare. I cannot repay you, even for the life of Brahma, because what you have done for me, I cannot do for you. So please don't say me Kirtaghan. So Krishna don't want to be called ungrateful. Why we, the devotees of Krishna, are so happy to be called ungrateful in this world? We should be grateful every moment. Actually, every moment we should be. This should be a culture we should develop. A culture. I think one of the Prabhupada's admirer was not officially disciple, Peter Roche. When he came there, he said, the scarcity in ISKCON is of appreciating the devotees' good qualities. There is a scarcity in ISKCON. We are not able to appreciate the good thing in our own devotees. And if you appreciate, they will yield 200% more performance. If you really say, oh, you have done so nice thing. Genuine appreciation is a culture of gratitude. It's not something cheap, but it should come from heart, a real thankfulness and gratefulness. This is actually culture. If we develop this culture of being grateful, and we should nurture this culture, because we cannot live in this world alone. We have so many people actually doing something, therefore we are surviving. So therefore every night before sleeping we should count who has helped us and at least say, Krishna, we are thankful to all those people. And therefore in the morning we say Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha. This is our gratitude every morning to all the Vaishnavas. But we do it mechanically. We just do it mechanically. Then we don't look at a Vaishnava like anything. Personally, when I chant this mantra, I have at least more than 100 names which I call every day. That these people has helped me in my Krishna conscious life. So I call their names, say A, B, C, D, like the names I call every day. Some sannyasis who help me, some presidents who help me, some normal devotees, they give me opportunity to serve. I just call their name personally and say Vancha Kalpatra. Means practically, at least you remember few who are so instrumental in our life to come in Krishna consciousness, to stay in Krishna consciousness. So this morning prayer of Vancha Kalro, our gratitude to the Vaishnavas. And this should not be mechanical. At least you remember minimum 10 names, and you can count right now in your mind, there are 10 people, they help you to be in Krishna consciousness. Have you told them you are thankful to them? Never. Right? In one classroom, one teacher had an exercise. She gave them piece of paper. He said, in your classroom, whoever are your class fellows, you find out the 2 good qualities in each. And then all papers came. And for for each person there are more than 10 good qualities. They were not knowing those. But when they are told that, they have to behave like that. It means their nature changes. And one of those, he kept all those qualities with him, and he was a soldier. And when he was fighting, he was saying, oh, wow, these are all good qualities in me. So I am spiritually speaking about gratitude, but last night I was looking in a Google about the gratitude. They said, physically gratitude help you for physical health, for mental health, for relieving anxiety, for increasing immunity. They have the other aspect of the gratitude, which is neurologically and scientifically proved that by having a culture of thankfulness and gratitude, you have physical, you have mental, you have psychological, and you have peaceful sleep. If you call simply thanks to all, and whatever you have, you are satisfied with that, you will have a good sleep. So there are other things also they have said. So we should, what is the bottom line I said, because we are in Vrindavan, we should be gratitude to Radha Krishna, and by repaying them, we should study our scripture with sincerity, and more we should appreciate our Vaishnavas. That will be sufficient for our gratitude towards Krishna and his devotees. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any question or comment? Yes. Yes. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yes, say.
Prabhuji, you mentioned that we should be grateful every moment. But like you, for example, we like the live class rather than the online class. So
Which class?
live classes.
Live class.
As compared to online classes. So like when the acharyas or the spiritual master is physically present, so we feel more nice because we don't have the consciousness of like when they are absent physically, so to relate that much. So although we should be grateful, but then when they leave, so how to be grateful that time?
We should be more grateful. We should be more grateful for those who are not present before us. Because see, when they are here, we can serve them in some way, but when they are not here, we can only serve them by being grateful to them. Presently, when they are here, you can serve in different ways to show your gratitude. And that is called actually Shraddha. Shraddha means you have a firm faith in the things which we don't see. Only, that is the meaning of Shraddha. Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kahe Sudurda Nischay Krishna Karm Kele Sarvat. So we have not seen Krishna, but we have a faith. So it is actually, we should be more grateful to the previous acharyas, Prabhupada, who has created this movement. Therefore, every day we have Prabhupada's Guru Puja. This is the gratitude of all ISKCON to Prabhupada. Every day Prabhupada's Guru Puja is a gratitude of the ISKCON, which still is our formality. It is not really more like at a heart level. It's just ritual type we have made it. But it should be more consciously we should do this. This is our gratitude to the founder Acharya. So those who are come, and Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, those who are gone, they are still there to bestow their mercy on their sincere admirers. They are always there to show their mercy. And grandparents are more affectionate to the grandchildren than the parents. So this is the philosophy. Shri Radha Govind Dev ki jai. Sir Goswami Vrind ki jai. Panch Tattva ki jai. Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai. Anybody else has some question? Yes. 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 This good culture of gratitude, when somebody speaks, you shut your mouth. So I have to turn this off, then you can speak. Yeah, this is good culture of gratitude.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
First of all, thank you very much for this wonderful session, sharing with so much of practical examples. So I was just trying to understand that to develop this quality, which is so important, like gratitude, every day we are doing all our practices, visiting temple, Mangala Aarti, Guru Puja. So, as your Grace mentioned that most of the things are happening theoretically. So introspection, unless and until if we not really practice this introspection, that's how like it is very difficult to really feel or understand or connect. So how a devotee, while practicing our all day-to-day activities, how much time one should really devote for introspection so that they can really transform their life?
I think this is our nectar of devotion. We have two levels of our practicing service. One is active service with the body, mind and words, and the second is internal service, which is a stage which when comes, and that when we really realize our identity as is, Jivera Swarupa Krishna and Nitya Das, and when we and what is our real service to the Krishna? That's the internal meditation. So actually our devotional service is two levels: external activities and internal meditation. So practically internal meditation stage, hardly few people are in the movement. From my experience, I can say of over 40 years. Only few those who really sit and, when somebody writes book, at least he writes, I am thankful to so many people, he shows gratefulness. It means when you are doing some practical thing, then you will know that I am thankful to so many people. So it takes few moments every day actually. As I said, in morning, Vancha Kalpatru, you remember few names? That is a good culture in your life. And my experience is sometimes even the people who have a difference with you, if you start praying like that, in few days everything will patch and you will have a very nice cordial relationship with people. This gratitude, after all, Krishna within the heart knows how sincerely we are grateful. And Krishna is sitting in their heart also. So he will say, they are actually very faithful to you and gratitude to you. Therefore you should show the same thing. So Krishna will act and all the things will be more smooth and peaceful. So we should have some time really for ourselves, not mechanical, but we should really think where we are going, how much we have actually, how much we are advancing in Krishna consciousness. It is only by the mercy of so many Vaishnavas that we can survive in Krishna consciousness. So this culture we should develop. This should be a culture. It is now disappeared complete from ISKCON. Early morning, early days, Prashant Mataji, and the Mangal Aarti, any devotee was coming, we used to pay obeisance to everybody. Early morning, this was the culture. In the morning, before the curtain opens, everybody coming. Now, nobody has this culture anymore. I know every night, when devotee was sleeping on the bed, he used to bow down and pay the Guru Pranam, and then before eating, they used to pay. All this culture has disappeared actually. It was in the ISKCON in early days. In early days, this was the rule. This was a culture. Every morning, whoever comes to Mangal Aarti, devotee we know, used to pay obeisance physically, not Vanchakalpatrupas, actually physically. Night before sleeping, thank to whole Parampara prayers and Guru prayers. This was the culture in early days, but now it is too diluted actually. Somehow, I don't know, we become more advanced or intellectual, I don't know, but this was a good culture in the early days. What is your question?
First, immense gratitude from the bottom of my heart. It was a wonderful, wonderful lecture. So like you mentioned, like you Googled, and the gratitude is just like a therapy. So for my personal this thing, I also like practice regularly. I created a gratitude journal because I had lots of stuff, so, and it helped me a lot. But after listening to your lecture, I'm still thinking like how superficially I'm doing it. Like I'm writing daily gratitude journal for 2 or 3 minutes, but for the very basic things like air, water, Krishna is providing. I'm so thankful, gratitude, like I'm here in Vrindavan, but the very basic thing, which is the base of survival, I'm just forgetting that. So it was an eye-opener. So I hope I will be like practice the deeper gratitude from today onwards.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes.
Please give a hand there.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for the class. One question is coming closely in my mind. That in conditions, suppose if I am having some pet animal for my happiness, then it is my duty to serve. Means my love is there, affection is there, but it is duty bound. Similarly, Krishna says that I am the state-giving father, but simultaneously we also can think that he is duty bound to love, provide all the air, facilities to it, because we are here because of his only, because he wanted to expand us for their love and expansion. So duty and love, how we can differentiate? He is doing duty bound or he is doing out of affection?
This also, I think, in Nectar of Devotion, you will learn. First is a Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, then is a Raganuga. Both are a practice. So in the beginning, we have to practice it as duty bound. Then it will become our nature. There are the 2 stages of bhakti. First, you have to do it by rules and regulation. Then it will become automatic. So these are also from our own scripture. We have to have 2 stages. First, like when you learn typing, first Prabhupada used to say, you have to see A, B, C, D, A. For after 3 months, you can look here and you can write the whole thing. It means first you have to do it by some instruction and duty bound, and then it becomes your second nature. So this is we have to practice Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti to awaken Bhav Bhakti, then it will be natural. This is what our scripture is, that we have to practice according to rules and regulation of the scripture under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master. And then it becomes our second nature, and then we'll do it without anybody's rules and regulation. Then that the love of God is there in everybody's heart. You have simply to awaken it, and for that you are duty bound to practice something, and that is Shravana and Kirtan. Shravana, Kirtana, Shuddha, Krishna Prem, Nitya Siddha, Sadhya Kabunai, Shranama Karana Kara Uday. By hearing and chanting, you can just make it awaken. So first we have to be duty bound according to rules and regulation, then it becomes our second nature. So both stages are necessary.
I think his question was different. His question was different actually. He was speaking
Who?
from his question was different.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it?
I am asking from the
He was asking from the he was asking from the
He was asking?
he was asking from the point of view of Krishna. He gave the example that if one keeps a pet, it's for his own happiness. So then he is duty bound to feed the pet, take care of the pet. So
Okay.
Krishna, Eko Bahushyam, became many to enjoy this loving relationship. So how do we know that he is providing everything for us out of duty or out of love?
Acha, I understood differently. Okay. And Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna that Priyamanaya tav hitakamaya. Because I love you and I am doing it for your benefit. I am not duty bound, I am independent. Swarat. Krishna is independent. And the heavy Radharani is motto. You may love me or you may kick me, but I am at your feet. So Krishna is independent. He is not duty bound to provide us this, but he loves, therefore he gives us. He is not duty bound, he loves us. He loves us. He is independent. Hare Krishna. Because I love you, Krishna says, therefore I have arranged all these things, facilities for you. I mean, this Eko Bahusyat is also Vedic aphorism. One become many for his own pleasure. But that is in the spiritual world. In material world, we are conditioned souls. And we are conditioned by three modes of material nature actually. We are dependent on Krishna's mercy to be free from that. So, but for us actually, Krishna is too much merciful. This Eko Bahusya, that may be for the eternal liberated Krishna is in one sense duty bound always to be with them. That is okay. But for us, he is all merciful, and because of his causeless mercy and because he loves us, therefore he is providing everything to us. He is not duty bound. He is independent, but it is duty for him. But Krishna says, I have nothing to do, but still I am doing it because I have to set example. That is also, I have to set example. If I don't do, then all the people will become Varna Shankara. They become, the whole legitimate system will be prevail. So I have nothing to do, but I am doing it out of causeless mercy. Krishna is doing it out of causeless mercy. That causeless mercy is only from the heart which has deep affection and love. Same thing is spiritual master. He is not duty bound, but he is causeless mercy. That was Prabhupada duty bound to go to America to give the mercy to the hippies? No. He was duty bound to his spiritual master to follow his instruction, but he was merciful to those people. So Krishna has nobody above him, therefore he has nothing. No, he has to be dutiful. He is not dutiful to anybody. He is independent, ultimately. But still, he is because out of his deep love, he pleases his devotee and he does what devotee likes. That's Krishna's mood. This is it. Prabhupada said, ultimately devotee is greater than Krishna. The devotee is greater than Krishna actually. You have heard this story? In Calcutta there was a temple in some rented landlord's place, and landlord was a devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He told to Achyutananda Swami Prabhupada's disciple in those days, there's a sugar and there's a milk. But when you make a rasgulla, it is too sweet. So there's a Radha and Krishna. When they come, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very sweet. So he did not understand. He came to Prabhupada. He said, Prabhupada is saying like that. So who is first Prabhupada? First there's a milk and sugar, then there's a rasgulla. So first there's a Radha and Krishna. And therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, that is all right, Prabhupada, but who is great? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Krishna? It means Radha and Krishna. So Prabhupada, after a while, he looked on a wall and there was a picture of Krishna massaging the feet of Radharani. Prabhupada said, Radharani is great, Krishna is doing this service. Then look on another picture, and Krishna was taking the shoes of Nanda Baba. He said, Nanda Baba is greater than Krishna. Then Prabhupada said, devotee is greater than Krishna. Devotee is greater than Krishna. Because devotion is given by devotee, not by Krishna. Therefore, devotee is greater than Krishna. Devotion can only be given by devotee. Bhakti sanjayate bhakti. Bhakti comes from bhakti. So devotee has a bhakti in his heart, he can give bhakti. There's no other way to get bhakti. Therefore, devotee is greater than God. Therefore, we have to be more grateful to the devotees. That will make Krishna pleased. Yes, Prasada, Bhagavad Prasada. Hare Krishna. Yes. Yeah. What is your question? Yes? Hare Krishna, yes?
Hare Krishna. First of all, thank you so much for such a wonderful class. It was such an eye-opener for me. So my question is, as you mentioned that we have to be grateful every moment. So how to develop that mood to be grateful throughout the day or throughout the like 24 hours?
It's I think in Bhagavad Gita it says there are so many qualities for acquiring gyan, and there are so many characteristic of a sthita pragya, and there are the symptom of a person who is beyond three modes of material nature. There are qualities, 26 qualities of devotee. And then Srila Prabhupada, it's not that you have to simply hold a thing, I am grateful to him. No. You simply do your devotional service and these good qualities will automatically come in your person. You simply do sincerely your devotional service and then these good qualities will automatically mention. Yasya Bhagavad Bhakti Kinchana Sarve Guna Samasite Suraha. All these good qualities will automatically manifest in the person of a devotee. One person who is a devotee. So devotee must always be grateful, should be grateful. He should have a nature of a gratitude and culture of a gratitude. This is one of the quality of devotee. And devotee is one who practices devotional service. So you simply practice devotional service, then these things will automatically manifest in your person. But usually you have to watch the person who is your immediate authority and see how he is himself, practicing devotional service. You do like that, you will have all those good qualities. Practically speaking, whenever we have to answer some question, we think how Prabhupada answered this question. You quote simply like, so this way you see the senior from you and learn from them how they were grateful. I gave you example of Prabhupada's gratefulness. So in this way you simply, these are the good example for us to practice gratefulness or culture of gratitude. Simply practice devotional service sincerely, these things will automatically manifest in a person's life. They will come. It's not that whole day you keep a book and write down, I am grateful to him. No. Just a few moments in a day, at the end of the day, today I'm thankful to so and so people, they have actually helped me. Then it's okay. Krishna knows within your heart that you are sincere and grateful to the people who has helped you and to the Krishna himself. It's not that whole day you should only work on that, no. It will be part of your life in a devotional. when you act as a devotee. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Sorry, one more.
Yes.
And it made me to realize after hearing the class every day before prasadam we say the Sarvira Vidyajal prayers that Krishna Vadadoyamai Gori Parajivada Swaprasadana Tilopai. So at every moment, as you said, we should consciously remember Srila Prabhupada has given a perfect schedule and program for us. And if we follow this consciously, then we will easily progress very soon. And one more question, Prabhuji. It's generally easy to have the heart of gratitude when somebody is pleasing our senses, like when somebody is doing us some favor. But how can we be grateful when somebody is disrespectful to us or offensive towards us through words or their actions?
So Sarira Vidyajal, we chant, but we look what is in the bucket. This Sarira Vidyajal, give me this much. So actually, when we chant Sarira Vidyajal, we should in a meditative mood, actually not looking anywhere. But nobody is doing like that actually. Sarira. Yes, Maharaj.
Yamuna Devi, who was so much into prasada. Yamuna Devi, Prabhupada disciple, she was so much absorbed in prasadam. She was a cook and she produced all these cookbooks. So I had the opportunity to see her take prasadam, and it was such a ceremony with her. It was not a routine, it was not mechanical. The first time I heard her, she had come to attend the GBC meetings in Mayapur, so we were all sitting in rows, taking prasadam, and everybody would go like, and she was on, but she was not singing that. She was on her own, and it would take her like 10 minutes to chant the prayer. She was singing with so much absorption. Sari, she was a singer also. Sarira Vidyajala. I still remember. Jadendriya Tahe Kala. And she would go on, and her eyes were closed, and she was praying and praying and praying and praying. And then she would start taking prasad. And during prasad, she was not speaking, and you could hear. And after some time, and then many times she would, after some time, everybody, of course, would come and ask the devotees, is everything okay, you had enough? And when they would come to her, she would say, can I see the cook? And almost every day the cook has to run. They had to come. And then she would ask the cook, she would thank the cook. And then she would ask the cook, what did you put in here, what is it? So the amount of gratitude that she was having was actually shocking. It was amazing, very amazing. I just wanted to mention this because it triggered my remembrance of this person who was so absorbed. And Srila Prabhupada actually said that she was very advanced even when she was young. Said she's at the stage of Baba, because everything she did was with her heart. And she, if you read her book, there's a book that has been written by Dina Tarani, you will see how she somehow observed Srila Prabhupada in a different light. Everyone observed Prabhupada in different ways and learned different things from him. She observed his devotion. That's what appears in this book. She saw when he prayed, she observed him when he chanted, she observed his devotion and somehow tried to absorb that. And that's what Prabhupada was full of, gratitude, devotion and gratitude.
She was cook. She was cook, therefore she was grateful to the person how it is difficult to make it in a hot season. So she was actually feeling like that. Prabhupada told her, before you were waterproof in England, now you are fireproof in Vrindavan. He told Jamuna, you were waterproof in England, now you are fireproof in Vrindavan. So what you said, those who are behaving roughly with us, how can we deal with them? My realization is forgive, forget and pray. These are the 3 stages I say. First, you forgive him. He is doing because maybe he's not aware of what he's doing. Like a child, if he does something to you, he don't know what he's doing. A child will come and just pull my sikha, what can I do? You don't know anything. So forgive him. After forgiving, you forget that, otherwise you will be troubled by that. So next stage, forget is more difficult. But higher than that is pray for him to Krishna. Krishna somehow, he is misguided right now. He is doing offenses. Please be merciful on him. Let his life be rectified. This is what Haridas Thakur said. Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what they are doing, they don't know. Please forgive them. To those who are beating him. So forgive, forget and pray. These are the 3 steps. If we follow as a Vaishnava, then we will be saved from doing counter Vaishnava prarabdha.
Yes. There is a story of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. There was a man in Kolkata who was always criticizing. He was known for that. He would always criticize devotees and criticize Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur himself. And of course, the followers of Bhaktisiddhanta were very displeased with that man, naturally, because he was kind of offending their spiritual masters. They were quite displeased. And then it so happened after some time that he passed away. So the devotees were jumping in ecstasy. They were happy, oh, he died, finally. Krishna took him away. So they came to give the good news to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. And he didn't take it as a good news at all. He said, he was my best friend. So the people who praise us, who serve us, who help us, it's so easy to be grateful. And because we are gratified. But those who are harsh with us, who insult us, who chastise us, who misbehave with us, who are not fulfilling our desires, these are the valuable people actually. Because first of all, they trim our ego. That's the first thing they do. They are trimming our ego. And then they are forcing us to develop all these good qualities, as you said, forgiveness, tolerance, all these things. They are helping us to develop all these things. And we should never forget also that whatever suffering comes to us, because if somebody is harsh with us, it is a suffering. We feel pain. So whatever suffering comes to us, we should know where the cause is. That is explained very nicely in Srimad Bhagavatam, that it is the reactions of some previous activities that we have performed. And so a reaction is coming, and the person in front of us is only an instrument. He is not the person we should be upset with. We should be upset with our own self. That what have I done in the past that has caused this kind of behavior, that has caused this kind of suffering for me. So we should always remember that I am the cause of my own suffering, not those who give me the suffering. They are not the cause. I am the cause. If we can assimilate this very deeply, we will always be peaceful. and prayerful also. And and as you say, pray for that person because they don't know what they are doing. They themselves are now committing offense, so they will pay in return. So actually there is nothing to be upset with them. Rather we should pray for them and that they do not continue with this kind of mentality. And we should also pray to the Lord and to all those we have offended in the past who have caused that suffering to come to us. We should pray to be forgiven. There are many times when somebody insults us, we say, apologize to me. No. When somebody insults us, we should remember, I am an offender. That suffering is coming to me because I am an offender. And I should be the one who asks for forgiveness. If not to that particular person, at least I should ask for forgiveness to those I have offended in the past. And asking for forgiveness is always a benefit. It makes us humble. So, and we should never forget that not a single blade of grass moves without the desire of Krishna. So, somebody happens to us, somebody is rough to us, Krishna has sanctioned. And if he has sanctioned, it can only be for our good. So therefore, we can only be grateful.
In Hindi it is saying, Nindak Neda Rakhiye. Nindak means those who criticize, and Neda Rakhiye means keep near to you. This is a saintly saying, Nindak Neda Rakhiye, because he will remind you that you will not make any mistake in the future. So he is very helpful for you. Nindak Neda Rakhiye. Some saintly person was asked, so and so person is saying bad about you. He says, is becoming happy by that? He says, yes. So it means I am the cause of somebody to be happy, so there's no problem. By criticizing me, if he is happy, so I am cause people spend so much money to make people happy. So he's there. Then he said, he's not criticizing, he don't know me, how can he criticize me? He said, Maharaj, he's taking your name. He said, he's taking name of my body. Does he criticize soul? No. He's criticizing bodies. What's the problem? I said this is bad. This body is bad also, so what is wrong? He cannot criticize soul, he don't know me. So what he's doing is just, it's good for my body to be purified. Nothing wrong in that. But this body is the bad thing with us. This is a problem. Sarida Avidyachar. Once Krishna asked Arjun to find out what is the worst thing in this place. Arjun was watching, and ultimately found a pile of stool there. He said, this is worse than that. And there was sound came. I am not bad. I am not bad. I am not bad. This body is bad. Yesterday I was Rasgulla, Gulab Jamun, Kaju Katli. By biting into it, it becomes worse. So your body is bad. So anybody criticize our body, what's the problem? It's already bad machine. It's a bad machine. So this is good for our tolerance. It's good somebody. I think they remind us of some big Prabhupada. Somebody in a hall program, some young boy said something in waste for Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, maybe my past karma, no problem. Call this boy, and Prabhupada gave him book. So just take it. The past karma may be finished for the devotees, but aparadhs are there. Because of that, somebody is doing that. It's for my purification. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Everybody should develop the culture of gratitude by showing greatness to our founder Acharya by studying his books properly. Thank you.